Hello, everyone. Sue.oneschuk here. Thank you for being here as we continue to um, read and contemplate and reflect on the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. So today we are on lesson 148, which is a continuation of review 4. And we'll be reviewing 135, lesson 135 and lesson 136. And again, the theme of this review and of these lessons is my mind holds only what I think with God. And lesson 135 is, if I defend myself, I am attacked. And sickness is a defense against the truth. These lessons are really challenging us to really look within and to really check in what our beliefs are. And being a mind training, the miracles are all about having a shift in perception. So with regards to lesson 135, if I defend myself, I'm attacked. In paragraph 2, it says, you operate from the belief you must protect yourself from what is happening because it must contain what threatens you. And we see threats outside ourselves, like lack, scarcity, conflict, suffering. Those are all attacks. Those are all attacks outside ourselves. And they're all based in fear, all based in the illusion, all based in the ego. And again, the ego manifests from here. And, the illusions add on top of the other, one illusion and another illusion, and it keeps building. We stay stuck in our story. And the more that we try to correct through the ego, we fail, and then we feel more guilt, or we feel guilt and guilty. So, any decision that we make without the Holy Spirit causes more problems, more pain, and emotional stress. So, and it says a sense of threat is an acknowledgement of an inherent weakness, a belief that there is danger which has power to call on you to make appropriate defense. And the world is based on this insane belief. In all its structures and all its thoughts and its doubts, its penalties and its heavy armaments, its legal definitions, just think of that, all of that. And its codes, its ethics, its rules, its regulations, its leaders, its gods, they all serve, but to preserve a sense of threat. We're always afraid, breaking the law, breaking the rules. So it says, for no one walks the world in armature, but must have terror striking at his heart. Terror is the core of the ego thought system. Defense is frightening. We're in a space of fright when we're defending. But are we really looking at the cause and how fear-based it is? And so it says here in this lesson, let us first consider what we defend. We're defending the ego. And it must be something that is weak, very weak, and easily assaulted. So, every defense, again, is from the belief we are body. And through the ego, we use the body lovelessly. And we believe that we believe we have private minds. We believe that no one else thinks that, thinks less than of themselves, or that they're not worthy. All these other, that we're not good enough. That we aren't smart enough. We got to do more, get more. We all have those thoughts. That's what the Course says, there's no private thoughts. When we really start being honest and sharing, we've all got it going on. So again, we believe we have private minds and private agendas. We all have agendas. And then we're conflicting with each other with our agendas. Just think about that. And the ego defends our defense. We're in defense of these conflicting agendas. And the defense, again, all stems from fear. All negative emotion is based in fear. We give it a lot of different names, but it's all based in fear. And, and we keep defending the ego identity that we created of ourselves, our personality. We keep defending that, all believing that we're separate from God and camouflaging that we are created by God in love. So with regards to the body, again, the body it says there's no need of defense. But we defend the body. We defend the body, and we're doing that, we've attacked our mind. I'm on chapter, or on the lesson again. I'm looking at reviewing here of the 9th paragraph, paragraph 9. So it says, defend the body and you've attacked your mind. For you have seen in it the faults, the weaknesses, the limits, the lacks from which you think the body must be saved. And that is around all about private minds as well. I talked about us thinking that we're weak and we have all these faults, or that we lack something. We need to get more because we're not feeling we're enough. So I'm going to read that again. Defend the body and you've attacked your mind. For you have seen in it the faults, the weaknesses, the limits, and the lacks from which you think the body must be saved. And you will not see the mind as separate from bodily conditions. And you will impose upon the body all the pain that comes from the conception of the mind is limited and fragile and apart from other minds and separate from its source. It's again, we believe we have private minds and we're separate from God. And we project this weakness and this fragility of the body onto our mind. So, and through the ego belief, the mind to the ego belief, the mind is fragile. And the ego does not want us to know that the mind of God is infinitely powerful. Our mind, I want to go on just for a second here. My mind, our mind holds only what we think with God. My mind holds only what I think with God. So further reflecting on this from some of the notes in the Workbook Companion, it says, what seems to be obstacles within your mind, out of control thoughts that hinder you on your spiritual path, are your defenses against the truth. We defend constantly against the truth of who we really are. Nothing enters your mind, nothing enters my mind without your permission. Nothing enters your mind without your permission. And no one is thinking the thoughts in your mind except you. And as lesson 26 states, my attack thoughts are attacking my own invulnerability. And I might think that I'm attacking someone else, but I am really attacking my own holy self as God created me. So again, lesson 26 states, my attack thoughts are attacking my own vulnerability. I think that I'm attacking someone else, but I'm really attacking my own holy self as I was created by God. So the ego has built up a clever, multi-layered defense system against the truth and has hidden it in the obscurity and disguise. The process the Course sets before us is one of uncovering. This is the work. This is the practice, is to uncover these defenses, becoming aware of them, raising our awareness to them, and judging them as insane. It's an insane world we live in when you really look at it. And again, it's about, being aware and uncovering and letting them go. Because all of them, all of the ego thought system are false. It's not real because it's all changeable. God, love is changeless. It doesn't change. It's always within us. And then what is false cannot affect what is true. It can't affect the truth. The truth lies within us always, no matter what's going on with the ego. We just camouflage, hide it, block it. Beneath all the camouflage of the ego, again, as it says here in the theme, my mind still holds only what I think with God. No matter what's going on with the ego, my mind still holds only what I think with God. It's still there. It doesn't go away. That's what we're uncovering as we continue to do this work. And all the rest is elaborate illusion with no real power to cause any effects whatsoever. So with regards to 136, sickness is a defense against the truth. It says sickness is one very prominent and very effective defense system of the ego. In sickness, something our mind has caused appears to be an attack from outside, a visible or invisible enemy with very visible effects on the body. It's something to continually defend against and fight with every resource when it strikes. As soon as one disease is conquered, another seems to arise with even more devastating effects. Also, because we have a belief in sickness, we've taken that on. It's very deep. This work is very layered. And it says here, most of mankind is not ready to accept that sickness is only of the mind. I've done a lot of work around this, but still, I have not totally accepted that sickness is only of the mind. As I do this work, I keep being more and more aware of when that shows up. It's our fear. Our level of fear is still so high. So there is every reason to continue to alleviate diseases in the ways that we're doing it, or how in the ways that we have been doing. We still need to take the Tylenol for a headache. It's not about suffering. We're learning to undo all this, but we haven't reached that point yet. That's the ultimate as we practice. So yet we must realize that we are only muting the symptoms and not eradicating the cause. The cause is in our mind. The effect is what occurs on the body. If we're in pain, it's because something is going on in our mind. Only as more and more of us begin to realize that our mind holds only what we think with God, and that everything which seems to be other than from God is an illusion of our creation, will the need for the compromised approach of physical medicine begin to disappear. It's only when we, do this work. So today, search your inner defenses. Be as conscious as possible. Again, journaling is very helpful. speaking to that into this video again, and to you. So again, search out your inner defenses, which are actually forms of self-attack, and then let them go. Clear your mind of all the thoughts that would deceive, and place God's mind in charge of the thoughts. Remember the true source of your thoughts. And, when we let them go, give them all over to the Holy Spirit, all these illusory thoughts, all these thoughts of the ego, then allow the Holy Spirit to clear the deceptions from your mind. Okay. So that's lesson, 148. My mind holds only what I think with God. And if I defend myself, I'm attacked. Sickness is a defense against the truth. And remember, I believe it was back in lesson 71. Don't quote me on that. But here's what there is to ask. It says here in the lesson as well, we don't even really have to plan. We get to the point of really relying on trusting the Spirit and trusting God. There's a beautiful prayer to be said every day, and can be said throughout the day. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? And what would you have me say and to who? That's all being aware of the direction from God, directing us in love and in truth towards peace and joy and abundance, happiness, and health. All right. That's lesson 148. Thank you again for being here. So appreciated. And I continue to do my work with this course as every day that I appreciate to be able to do the reflecting and share with you. Thank you. Because as I speak it out loud, I hear it more clearly. We need to do this together. This is a self-study, but it is helpful to have the support around doing this self-study by, sharing with others. And as I share with you, I heal. And as I heal, you heal. And as you heal, I heal. This is what the course is teaching us. All right. Please like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And below this video is where all that happens, here on YouTube. And also, I appreciate donations. If you feel so moved, and the directions in terms of that are below in the description. Please, when you go down below here, the YouTube, you will notice another area where it says more. It's darkened, it's blackened or highlighted. And click on the more and you'll see the directions regarding the donations. And there's some references there as well, where some of this information that I'm sharing with you is coming from as well, to support you in your practice of the Course in Miracles. All right. I look forward to being with you for the next lesson, which is lesson 149. All righty. Have a love-filled day and a peaceful day. A peaceful day. All right. Much love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.